Hey everybody, it's Brady, and I'm here with the Queen of the Jungle, Kristy Morcom, and this is Wild Things, episode number 2 with Ask Kristy. This is a get to know you and some questions. I said no holds barred, and they have come through. Kristy, are you ready for round 2?
I think so.
You're in the hot seat.
Okay.
Do you want to move to San Diego? Not Nate Key is the person that sent that.
Okay.
I think that's a proposal in a way.
Oh, do I want to move to San Diego with them?
He didn't say that, but...
So I wouldn't move to San Diego because I like living close to Wildlife World. And I don't know who that is. I guess I'd have to meet him first before I decided.
How many stripes on a zebra? That's from Red Sox Chick 83.
Okay, that's a good question. So zebras have unique stripes. The stripes on a zebra are as unique to them as a fingerprint is to us. And the farther south you go in Africa, the wider the gap between the stripes.
What animal does Brady look like, and would you date Brady? That is from Sanchez 83.
Okay. So, and I mean this as a compliment.
Okay.
I think you look like a gorilla.
Compliment taken.
Yeah, they're big and buff.
Yeah, silverback.
Yeah.
And I can relate to that because my hair is gray on my back a little bit, just because I'm older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I definitely pal around with you if you're a gorilla.
Okay.
I love gorillas.
I got to show you a video that someone sent me, and I'm not sure what, I thought it was a baboon. I did it on a radio video the other day, and you know Hugh Hefner at the zoo, or what do you, that baboon? Yes. What do we call, or what's his name?
Yeah, and so we named him Hugh.
Hugh, okay. Mm-hmm. Hugh's got nothing on this thing, and it looks like a baboon, but it was completely black. So it has a baboon face.
Okay, so it's probably just a different species of baboon.
That's what it's got to be.
Yeah.
And he's packing heat, and the female he's sitting right next to the female, and I mean he's just flexing that thing like a bicep.
That was another embarrassing TV moment from the last
when we
questionnaire.
Had you come up to me.
Yeah, and he's come up and stood above my head during live TV segments and flashed everyone and started
Just started hanging brain over your head. That's the worst. Wait until you see it. If you get to the Wildlife World Zoo, it's worthwhile. Hugh is a exhibitionist. He's fun.
He's fun.
Yeah. And raw too. Let's see. Which Brady sauce is your favorite?
The Louisiana.
Louisiana hot?
Yeah.
Nice.
My favorite. I love all of them, but I go through that one the fastest.
Rest in peace, Brady sauce. Maybe it'll come back. We'll see. That was from Wayne's Brian. Okay, Kristy, what is the scariest animal you've been around, and is there one you would never get close to? That's from Rain Dog 38.
So, I've been around lots of animals that are protected contact. So when an animal's deemed dangerous, we don't have free contact with that animal. And the enclosure's specifically designed to be able to care for and work with that animal through those protective barriers. So I would say, gosh, this dates back probably like 6 years ago. Chomper, he was an alligator ambassador that I would take to the TV stations, and he got about 6 feet long before he had to retire and go on exhibit.
He's not that albino one, is he?
He's not, no. But he was probably the most intimidating to people. But he was my favorite. I loved taking him around. He was an amazing ambassador. And I think now, probably the alligator snapping turtle. People lose their minds when I travel with him. And he's about 50 pounds, so he
and
is
his neck
impressive.
goes out there, and the head is just monstrous, and he could just take a finger off like that.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even a limb if he clamped down. Okay, last 2 questions. These are doozies.
Okay.
Hump, marry, kill. Brady Bogen, John Holmberg, Dave Pratt.
Okay. So I would. Okay, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I would kill Dave Pratt just because he's always talking smack, and there's that bad blood, and I'm super loyal to you guys.
Okay.
And then I'd definitely marry Holmberg because he's rich.
Really? Surprise!
And I would definitely hump you because I feel like it would be quick.
Well,
was that too inappropriate?
No. It'll be the best 2 minutes you'd ever have.
Oh.
That's a doozy. Solid answer. The final question on this segment.
Okay.
You're in the middle of a hike with Brady. No one is around. He gets bit by a rattlesnake and you have no cell reception. What do you do so our lovable Brady doesn't die and gets proper medical attention? That's from 3 Verdot.
Okay. Well, first what I would do, if you get bit in the arm, I'd make you take your wedding ring off because your hand's gonna swell.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that.
That's why you have me, okay. Yeah.
So you don't lose your finger.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have you move over to the shade.
Yeah.
And remain calm. And then I am going to hike to get cell service.
You're leaving me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because at that point, there isn't going to be much I could do other than make sure you're comfortable for when you get to meet your maker.
Which will be quick again, right?
Yeah. So I would take off hiking, and then I would probably call the fire department first so they could bring in a helicopter for you. And then I would call Good Sam, let him know you're coming, and then run back and make sure you're still doing well.
No attempt of removing the poison out of my body?
Well, I think your best bet is gonna be to get me to cell service as quick as possible.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make sure that's my #1 priority so I can get help.
Well, thanks for answering that question
and then I'd
for
have
real.
to make sure the snake's okay. The sweet little snake.
You would really worry about the snake?
Yeah.
They bite things all the time.
Well, and what if you stepped on the snake and that's why?
Well, then it would meet its maker. I don't think you could take that volume. I mean, that's a thunder step. If I I'd intentionally be waffle stomping that snake.
But I would make sure you were okay first. But at that point, help would be coming. You would be calm, cool, and collected under a tree. Then I would venture off to see how the snake was doing.
Well, I'm glad you answered it that way. Mine's a little bit different. If you got bit, I would make sure the snake is okay, and then I would just take off. So there you have it. That concludes round 2 of Ask Kristy. We'll see you next time for round 3 of Wild Things.